So recently on TikTok, I saw a video that someone posted, and it's a black and gray photo, and it's supposed to be like a depression photo, and it says, "Autism is funny until," and it really kind of inspired me to try to make a as short but as informative video as possible. And the whole post was very depressive. It was basically autism sucks and I hate the world and everything should burn is the gist of the message. So I kind of wanted to come on and give my own personal opinions on it and basically try to help people change their mindset. So first thing, a lot of this depression and a lot of this hatred stems from the pain of being made fun of, the pain of being different, and the pain of, many things like maybe not being in a relationship, getting picked on a lot, not having friends because you're on the spectrum, and, a lot of the other issues that autism brings. But a lot of that too also has to do with healing from the pain that you've experienced in the past. Now, I know what a lot of you might say, which is that you disagree, but just know that I was in the same boat too. I did not agree with any of this. I was just like, when my therapist and my life coach, who was also my Reiki teacher, told me I had to start healing, I was like, I don't need to heal. People need to know how much pain I'm in, and people need to know how to treat people better, and I'm going to make sure people understand that. And I was very, very resistant to the idea of changing and looking at things and healing. But as I started healing, I started realizing that pain and hatred is not who I am. Because me, the way I am now, is how I was back when I was in elementary school. I'm just a very happy, genuine, authentic, kind person that loves helping others. And that's always been my calling. And I want to just help you guys kind of start down that healing journey too. And a lot of it might be because I'm more spiritual, and that could be it. But I still believe that if a therapist is telling me this, then there has to be some sort of scientific proof to it too. What has really helped me is accepting what happened to me and letting go of a lot of that pain, which, and again, is hard, and you're going to be very resistant to the idea. Yes. But trust me, it does get easier and you will start to feel better. And then after that, the next thing that's helped me is rising above labels. So the biggest thing that we're taught as autistics is we're autistic, we're disabled, right? Regardless of what level on the spectrum you are, which in my opinion, I feel like the levels don't really make any sense, because if autism is a spectrum, having levels 1 through 3 basically is like saying it's linear, and then within the linear spectrum, there is an actual radial spectrum. So I feel like the levels are detrimental, in my opinion too. But going back to what I was saying about rising above labels is, we often think that autism is all of us, right? We often think that we are the embodiment of autism. Well, I'm here to tell you, autism is just a part of you. It's a fraction of you. You are a human being. You are still who you are. Like me, I'm still Will. Just because I have autism and ADHD doesn't mean that I am solely autistic and ADHD. I'm a healer. I'm a Reiki master practitioner who's about to get his Reiki master teacher certificate. I do a podcast. I like Pokemon. I like video games. I like drawing. I like nature. Like, all of my hobbies and my interests are also part of me. So you have to stop seeing yourself as only autistic and that you're disabled. Because again, yes, it is a mental disability with how overwhelmed we can get with things. But at the same time, hating yourself because you get overwhelmed isn't really helping. Because now not only are you not showing yourself self-love, but you're also just adding to that already, hatred that you have in you. So healing is a huge, huge part of this, is learning to let go of all of that and learning to let go of those negative narratives that you have about yourself and start working on fixing those narratives. Like, okay, yes, I'm autistic. Yes, I get overwhelmed by X, Y, and Z, but that doesn't mean that I have to be hard on myself, because at the end of the day, with the right accommodations and with some help, I can do this just fine if I have the right accommodations. But if I don't, then I struggle a little bit, or a lot, actually. Let's just face it, we struggle a lot. But I think for me, that's kind of been the biggest thing. Pain creates hatred and bitterness, and then also adds a negative notion of who we are, creating negative narratives that we need to genuinely work on improving and showing ourselves self-love and compassion and letting go of the pain that people have caused us. Because guess what? I guarantee you that a lot of the people that have hurt you and made fun of you and picked on you, bullied you, abused you, they don't give a single fuck about what they did to you. And I'm going to censor out that word because I know some people probably don't prefer swearing, but that's just how I am. So you got to learn to heal for yourself, because you're not going to get forgiven. They're not going to ask for forgiveness. They don't feel sorry for what they did. So you have to learn to heal without closure. And it's the hardest thing, but it is doable. You just have to have more of an open mind. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be painful, but you can do it. And, part of therapy is putting in the work. You have to want to get better. You have to want to be the best version of yourself. Otherwise, you'll remain stagnant and bitter the rest of your life. And nobody wants that. But I just kind of wanted to come on here and make a short little video about that so I can share it with others. I'm probably going to cover this more in depth in my podcast episode next week. So if you guys want to, check that out, that'd be great. It'll be episode 7. Or no, episode 8, I think. Yeah, episode 8. It should be episode 8. Either way, check out next week's podcast episode for more in-depth on that. And that's pretty much it from me. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.